Let's talk about iterative development. Iterative development is a very important component of Agile methodology, and it basically emphasizes the importance of continuously improving your development process. Rather than trying to build all your projects at once, you basically break it down into smaller bits, smaller projects, and then you release as you go. So what that means is the next time you see an application on Play Store or an App Store that it tells you that, oh, update this to the new version, it means that that organization has basically built an improved version of what they had before, or they've added a new feature, they fixed a bug, they fixed an issue that someone has complained about. And one of the important benefits of building in that way, building incrementally, is that it allows teams to be able to test and gather feedback on the work they've done before. So when next you drop a comment on Play Store or drop a comment on App Store saying that, oh, I had this issue, I had this challenge when I was trying to use this application, and then when they tell you to update to the app, you see that they've already fixed that issue. It means that they're building that creatively. They do not just build at once and then expect to get all the problems at once, and then they're struggling as they go to actually fix issues. So iterative development is very, very important to Agile methodology. One approach to iterative development is the concept of the minimum viable product, the MVP. The MVP is the most basic version of a product that can still meet the needs of your user. So what that means is the version of a product that is so simple that still solves the problem that you're trying to do. Maybe not in the best possible way, but it still solves the problem that you're trying to solve, right? Let's take a look at this. Say a person is trying to move from point A to B, and then you're trying to build an MVP. An MVP is not you building the tire first, then putting the second tire, then eventually putting part of the body of the car, and then now building a car. It doesn't work like that. That's not how an MVP works. An MVP is basically creating something that works, that moves someone from point A to B. Say a skateboard. A skateboard will move you from point A to B, but it won't move you in a very fast manner. It will be slow, it's not efficient, but it still moves you from point A to B. You can then iteratively build on that and then move your MVP from being a skateboard to being a scooter. Still moves you from point A to B, but in a more stable manner. You have handlebars, you can grab something, you're not just going to fall off the bike, but to move you from point A to B. It's still not the best and the most great part of that product. You can improve further. You build iteratively on it again, and then you come up with the concept of a bicycle. Bicycle moves you from point A to B, and then you can pedal, it moves faster, moves from point A to B. It still appeals to the needs of that user, it appeals to the needs of that customer. The needs of that customer rather. And then you move on and then you build a motorcycle. And then building a motorcycle, the person can move from point A to B significantly faster. Now you have a problem of, it's very possible that the person gets stuck in the rain and it's still not as safe as possible. So you iteratively build on that. How can I make this product better? What can I add to this product that would move the customer from point A to B, but will still be a better version of the last product built? That's the concept of a minimum viable product. The minimum thing you can build that would appeal to the needs of that customer. It's not just building something that would not work, and I can't basically create a tire and then ship it to the customer and say, okay, this is the first version of my product. Do whatever you want to do with that. It cannot do anything. It's useless to the customer. So the MVP is basically, what can you ship to the customer that would be useful to them? Let's take a look at our case study. What would an MVP look like for our case study? We know that we want to connect job seekers to employers. So first, we need to worry about getting the information of the job seeker and also getting the information of the employers. We also need to worry about job posting, because if job seekers come and don't see job posting, then there's no point of them being on the platform. So job postings are very important, and users being able to basically search for job posting. Those are the major important things. Of course, as we go on, as we build, we can add a rating system that would eventually allow people to understand that, oh, this person is a good worker, or this person is a bad worker. That's an additional feature. And you can build on it as you go. Normally, we can just get the information and allow people to call each other. And as we go, we can add a messaging feature to that particular platform. So basically, that's how it works. You build a minimum thing that requires that product to work and that the users will find it useful. And then you go on and then you add more features and you make your product better as you go. So that's basically the concept of minimum viable product. Simple, and straightforward.